Number one thing in life. You must never doubt yourself. You must have good morals. And have a heart. In this world we've lived in, it's ultimately been a heartless world. And now it's in somewhat of quite a dichotomy. So the biggest problem is that humans think they're greater than life. They think they're larger than life. They think they're larger than God. So because of that, they think it's okay to disobey God. And they think that it's okay to put their own insane, heartless desires before the all-powerful, all-knowing desire of God Himself. So because of that, we land up in so many issues and problems where humans think they know and they think they're doing the right thing. Many good people, of course. It's good and bad. But what makes us act out of our character is ultimately this fake world we've found ourselves in. And there are people who promote this fake world all the time. You know, they promote it all the time. Fake world. No God. Now, all of a sudden, God's a hot trending topic. So, even the celebrities are talking about God. But they've just acted against God their whole life. Selfishness and greed, ultimately, which is what's occurred. Selfishness and greed. But it's amazing, all the money in the world can't buy people an escape from their own karma. Karma comes for everyone. But that's the hand of God. Whereas we can't see. People want to get cocky and they want to get loud. Or they want to be um, someone who preaches in order to basically justify their own bullshit. We see that all the time. People continually justifying their own bullshit. All the fucking time. Well, I do this and that because for this reason, for that reason. I lie because of blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying this is everyone, but for the most part, in any civilized place, the vast majority of people, vast majority, materialistic clowns. Clowns. I'm glad I said no to use money to do that. What are you gonna do when the piper comes back to get paid, huh? People do, not all people, there's very good people in this world. The meek and the bad. The leadership goes from the top all the way to the bottom. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV. Or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clowns should be allowed on TV or on the fucking radio. I don't think any of these fucking clow or in the fucking magazines or anywhere where there's fucking information to hit someone's eyes and their mind. There shouldn't be a lot. Just pumping absolute bullshit into the world, destroying it in ways which they cannot even conceive. And then we have to deal with the fucked up culture of it. Culture of greed and death, arrogance. Because that's what happens when we stop people and they fucking figure it out themselves. So they fucking they toy with life. It's like until one day someone in their family is taken away, they're taken away, and their life starts fucking crumbling. You know, you don't have a solid foundation. Tremor hits you. It goes back to God. You know, He's the most high. He decides what goes. And as humans, yeah, what an absolute fucking mess. Yeah, I got so caught up playing other people's games, modern society, the Western world, materialism, capitalism, fucking real life monopoly. Basically. This is what everyone's fucking playing. When you say everyone, that's the game they try to force everyone into. Real life fucking monopoly. I'm here to say, you don't own shit. What a single human owns the land. The, it's God's land. The humans built the land? No, they didn't. So why are they pretending as though they own something that they cannot own? You need to create it in order to own it. So did they create the land? No. We just can't ever. If I wanted to, legally, lawfully, destroy them. Would basically be able to get free lawfully. If I wanted to play that game, I don't want to play that. Then that's another one. Peter Williams is that very yeah, Hollywood plays games with us all the time. Like, spokespersons for bullshit and deceit. Just don't play the game. You play the game, you play along with the bullshit. You believe what they're saying. You don't. Simple thing is don't believe anything. Then you don't play the game. I look at these motherfuckers and I think to myself, you people are fucking stupid as fuck. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. What the fuck they don't know. I let you speak. Nothing comes out when they move the lips, just a bunch of gibberish. That's it. Bullshit. I'm not playing that game. I got my own. Nobody knows the game. This point. And it doesn't know what to do. One day it will be. You know, with everyone. I say, oh, it's a matrix. So this is that. Listen, the shit couldn't exist without that. I've seen it, experienced it. I've experienced more in 30 years of my life than someone would have had experience. I don't have to sound smart about it. Just trying to seem smart. This is sort of intelligence I'm dealing with. I can't really reveal to anybody. It's high level shit. It's beyond. It's beyond everything. But in order to attain it, I had to go through everything that everyone thought. You know, you realize that people don't know what the fuck they do. Or what the fuck they say. You know what the fuck they say. You know what the fuck they say. Muffled. Can you hear me now? Is that better? Anyway, I'm not playing that fucking game. Boring. I'm playing fucking Monopoly. Monopoly is the most boring fucking game in the fucking world. Boring. And then you gamble. Gambling into your fucking time. When you play Monopoly, yeah, sure, let's fucking waste some time, get excited about some classical fucking objects. Like, and then go back to our real life and then play that game again. Oh, you throw the dice, oh, you might land up in prison. Law, authority, government. Well, they don't know what the fuck they're speaking about. That's the problem. The government doesn't know what the fuck, even at the highest levels. The scientists don't know what the fuck. Trust me, I've cross-examined everything. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. The medical doctors don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I said, are you a medical doctor? No, I don't have to be a fucking medical doctor. I'm fucking smart. I'm so smart that I don't need to go fucking do a degree in order to understand how the human fucking body works. Fucking works. And in order to actually comprehend that you got it all wrong. You don't know shit. Jeez. I've studied everything in order to realize it's all fucking bullshit. Imagine how much information I have to go through. I went through so much information. I was, you know, really just destroyed my fucking life. That's how I know it's bullshit. It's really simple. It first seems like intelligence, but then it's just a simple case of 2 plus 2 equals 4. Simple, simple shit. You know, I comprehend by everything, pretty much. Algorithms, quantum machines, artificial intelligence. You know, and on a level that the people who are developing it don't even know on that level. That's why I keep quiet. Because it's irrelevant, you know. So fucking irrelevant. Once you put God in the picture, everything else is fucking irrelevant. Simplify your life, live in God, act like a fucking piece. God said, people must come to him as children. Not pesky little bullshit children, but children that can fucking humble themselves. So that's the problem. Humans haven't been humbled. After all that bullshit that they've been through, the victor, the loser, and so forth and so on. The earth has never really been, humans have never really been completely touched. I mean, you could say, oh, what about the tsunami, this and that? Maybe that humbled some people, but earth in general needs to get humbled altogether. Every single fucking man, woman on this fucking earth needs to get humbled big time. So that they can just sit the fuck down, shut up, and let it fucking play. Okay? Because that's how you get to where you need to go. You want to follow yourself or you want to follow God? Hmm? Do you trust yourself or do you trust God? Some people trust their shit too much. Going around on the internet finding random fucking ideas, no proof whatsoever. You just trusting other people and you just trusting your own bullshit. Making you believe what the fuck these people tell you without questioning. Humans doesn't- humans are not advanced ever. They are so not advanced to be absurd how unadvanced humans are. It is. It is. It is. That's humans. Trust me. You know, everyone wants to be a leader, but nobody, everyone wants to be the main guy that people listen to. When they open their mouth, it's just a whole bunch of just shit. A whole lot of fake ass shepherds leading sheep to fucking slaughter. That's what's happening. Every fucking politician, doctor, lawyer, you name it, business person, you know, they're all leaders in their own right. But they're just leading people to oblivion. So are they leaders? Or are they saboteurs of their own lives and lifestyles? So you see a lot of leaders coming up, say, oh, I'm the top G, I'm this and that. I don't see any leadership. I just see a lot of talk. Like Andrew Tate did this week. Oh, you're gonna beat the matrix. It's like, bro, you're driving around in however many $1 million cars, spending millions of dollars live on the air constantly. You've got however many people watching you. You're telling them about exiting the fucking matrix. But it's just, and then you want to mention God. Oh God. It's like, really, bro? Just because you're saying God's name doesn't mean that you acting like a fucking asshole. Oh, look how much money I have, how many cars I have. Gets famous with cam girls. Huh? Can you believe that? People's daughters, some of them through bad situations, tough times, and are having to disdain themselves to the expense of their own spirits, of their own souls, and for the cost of fleeting money. Because that's all they need. Fleet is becoming easy. Look at Zuckerberg. He was sitting at like 80, 90 billion percent fifty. It's gonna go lower. Elon's next. There's no way. It's bad carbon guys. Gotta pay the piper. Tesla's gonna crash, SpaceX is gonna crash, Twitter's gonna crash. Put the money. They're gonna crash. It's simple. It's not complicated. And people say, how do you know that? I mean, like, that's my trade secret. You know what I mean? I predicted many things. Every one of my predictions came right. I said ghost now. I don't need unnecessary attention. Sit here, mind my own fucking business. It's to die. I don't get it. I just want to comment. The club is coming in a big way. By the way, Rafi, tell you that, man. You? Where you from? The club is coming. So, I ain't got shit to say to people. This is just me expressing myself here. You know? So I don't need millions of people fucking watching me to feel like I'm playing life. I don't need that. As I said, I play my own game. Play my own game. You know, if I ever get me. I need to do it. It's what yeah, that's a spiritual people. Very muffled. You hear me now? Yeah, man, I had to go through what I had to go through. It's like the story of Leonidas when he got sent into the wilderness and he had to kill that people who lived there. You're out in the wilderness and you're out in the jungle, and you gotta survive. You gotta do what you gotta do. You're gonna behave how you're gonna behave. If it turns into dog eat dog world, that's what it is. So I was however I was. But I had to go through what I had to go through. I don't regret it. I don't regret a single fucking thing I said. I don't regret it. I pissed you off. I pissed someone. I'm not saying you directly, but pissing just people in the natural sense. I pissed it over it. I don't give a shit. I don't give a fucking shit. That's but for me to give a shit, then I'm starting to play other people's games. You know what? It's liberating. It's freeing. I don't give a shit. I care about what I care about, but I don't need to sit here and tell you what I care about. Maybe sometimes I will. I mean, it's been pretty clear what I care about. I will act. I don't disobey the Father. For you to come and tell me that shit, it's It's more bullshit. Respectfully, I can tell you that. If anyone's been obeying the Father, it's been me. And I'm not, you know what I mean? Come on, guys, keep your shit to yourself. Focus on your own fucking life. Don't direct me, don't dictate me, don't tell me shit. I'm not gonna fucking listen. And then I'm probably gonna respectfully, kindly, still be able to hug you afterwards and tell you to go fuck yourself. This is the whole thing. I'm not playing your game. I'm gonna tell me, oh, this and that's gonna happen to you. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that with love. I'm gonna be honest. Being loving is being honest. Honestly, I'm telling you respectfully, you're not the father, so you can't come here and tell me, oh, the father's going to do this and that. You don't know. But I thank you for your prayers. And I thank you for your concern. And I send you a lot of love. But I'm going to tell you, yeah, that part, I don't want to listen. I'm a rebellious child. That's the thing. I'm a fucking rebellious child. I'm a fucking rebel. I'm a rebel. Understand what I'm saying? Don't leave, concerned American. Don't leave. Please, stay right here. Just because I said what I said, doesn't, I don't have any hard feelings against you. We just talk. If they were sitting down having a beer, I told you how I feel. You know? And then we would carry on drinking and talking about something else. Life's not so fucking serious. We really get caught up in silly little things. So, yeah. And I mean it literally. I just mean it figuratively. Like, yeah, I've heard what you have to say, but I'm not so interested. I've got my own path forward. And you're not carving that path forward. But I do appreciate your prayers, your guidance, your love. That helps me along my path. You know, and even to say, well, listen, this and that. And I respect you. You have every right to say what you want to say. If you felt that way, you go ahead, you say it. That's what makes you you. You have a unique perspective, you have a unique outlook on me, what's going on. I respect it. I don't have a problem with that. That's one of the beauties in the world, is variance. So I respect you speaking your mind. When I speak my mind, it shouldn't be a problem, you know? You're going to speak your mind, I'm going to speak my mind. It's not going to turn into a big argument. Know what you have to say. This is how I feel. Don't give a shit about it. Sorry. I give a shit about the prayers and the love and the guidance, but my whole life I've been told no, so or that I'm doing something wrong. But I stayed the course, man. You know, me and God, and I'm on my own journey. Yeah, yeah. This is the thing. We're all on our own journey, but people just are naturally tuned to somehow. You know what I mean? Like it's our own journey. You know, the world's cruel, true, but I'm not cruel. I'm just very hard to understand me. That's okay. There's no problem with that. Listen, you sit here, you speak to me, we're having a conversation. If I had nobody to have a conversation with and didn't have any disagreements, life would be very boring. You know what I mean? But we must be allowed to agree and disagree. Otherwise, we just run away from people. But you know, inside my heart, I've got so much I want to express, and for my whole life, it's been so hard to express that in regards to having a fear of something happening. You know, so tooth and nail to stay alive, and I'm here. No one else helped me besides my family, with having support from others. But when it came down and with the prayers we giving and the positive messages, those are extremely valuable. When it comes down to being there, doing the shit yourself, there ain't nobody. Just me. Just me. You know what I mean? So what's cool, but when I hear you, you don't have to be cool. I'm not cool though. I am being me. If I was not to be me and not to say what is on my mind and my spirit, I'd be, I'd be being true to myself. If I was just this bottle of expressions, Pandora's box of expressions. Every time I want to open the box, there's no close. There's no box to open. No, I don't want to be locked in this fucking box. What people have me to be like expecting this facade, what to say. I'm not in that fucking box. I'm not playing it. I hear you, but this is no. You can hear me clearly. Testing. One, two. You can hear me. Listen, bro. Concerned American, dude. I hear you, bro, but I don't need your fucking advice, dude. Seriously, I don't need your fucking advice. Like, I'll take the prayers and I'll take this and that, but I don't need your advice, dude. At the end of the day, when I was fighting motherfuckers, were you there to come save me? No. When I went to fucking hell and back, were you there? No. Were you guiding me in my head? You weren't. I hear you, and I like where you're coming from and the sentiment you're expressing. And I totally believe in that. And I think more people should. I agree with what you said. But on the other end, it's like, it's a double edged sword because it's like, I change every day, guys. You can't expect me to stay the same. Is it all an act? Well, do you think it's all an act? Do you really think I would have put myself through hell? Do you think I acted my way into eternal oblivion and pain? Because that felt pretty real to me. That's the thing. So you tell me, I can answer that question. Is it all an act? Yes or no? I'll leave it up to you. You know what I mean? I'm not here to defend anything. I say believe what you want. Is it an act? It's not an act. There's purity inside of me, but the lion lies with the lamb. I also have a fucking lion inside of me as well. That's what I'm saying. Pandora's got a whole bunch of fucking animals that want to come out of the box. And I got to do what I got to do. So, so it's hard to speak. And there's so much I want to say, but I can't say it. So I'm going to have to speak in parables, funnily enough. Interesting. I got many shades, many vibrancies. I have one lifeline, one path, one mission. My mission remains the same. If I had ever seemed like I changed in any given day, it's because, brother, you try living 1,000 years in a fucking year, a single year, and then you see how many times that changes you. That'll change you like you can't fucking believe, like you cannot believe. I have changed. I've changed dramatically. I'm continually changing. I'm never going to stay the same. At a certain point from now, I will seem completely different, but my goal and objective remains the same. It's really simple. Fuck authority. I don't give a shit. I gotta do what I gotta do, and I follow. I follow the Bible. I follow God. But at the end of the day, no human is my judge. I'll never stand before a human as a judge. And that's the point that I'm making here right now. You may have seen a certain story and some change and coming towards your own assumptions and conclusions. That's totally fine. You're totally welcome to do that. But at the end of the day, you're not my judge and you're not God. So, I take what I want from people. If I see loving kindness in your message, I'll take that. If I see a certain finger being pointed at me and questioning me and telling me to do this or that, I won't take that. I won't. I was born free. You know what I mean? So I'm not here to be told by people what the fuck to do. It's really that simple. That's the biggest thing I hate. People telling me what the fuck to do, or how I should behave, or this and that, when they don't know shit. Like, you don't know me. You're not in my life. You haven't lived every fucking moment in my life, every thought process, every deduction I've ever arrived at, every bit of pain, every bit of sorrow, every bit of happiness, hope, fucking despair, hopelessness. You haven't been in my life. You are flippy floppy, Jesse. I'm not judging. Yeah, I am flippy floppy. Yeah, no, I did. I did do that. And as I said, I don't, what you've just said in the comment section, I did do that. I'm not going to tell you I didn't do it otherwise. I did do that. And I have my own fucking reason. I'm not going to fucking explain it now. But as I said, I change what I think, how I feel every fucking day. You know why? Because I'm thinking. If you're not changing, you're not thinking. If you're not surprising yourself every single day with what it is you're thinking and believing, you're not changing. It's as simple as that. I said what I said. I went through a certain phase. And as I said, I had gone through fucking hell. I'm a man of God. But as I'm saying, God's going to be the judge of me at the end of the day. All I'm saying is, brother, let God be the judge, brother. Right? Because if we're always pointing fingers at other people, it's like, okay, what are you going to do about it, bro? It's so easy for you to point a finger, but what the fuck are you going to do about it? You're going to come into my body but I know it's what you're saying is coming from love. Trust me, I see that. I've seen enough to know that your message is coming from love, but my message is also coming from love, okay? And it's coming from a place and saying that, listen, bro, this is the story, dude. You know what I mean? I don't have a pity party. That's hilarious. A pity party. Brother, I'm expressing myself. I'm sitting here expressing myself. Apparently, me expressing myself is a pity party. If you don't like the party, leave, bro. If it's a pretty party, just leave, dude. It's that simple, bro. You say I'm not doing anything but showing concern for the seriousness of our faith. Yeah, but what it is that you're saying is don't have a pity party. Basically, you see, this is the shit. This is the shit. Humans open up their fucking mouth and they say dumb shit that they shouldn't actually fucking say. You don't have the right to say that, actually. If you don't want to hear pushback, you don't have the right to say, oh, I'm throwing a fucking pity party and I need to keep God righteous and glorified. Why don't you take your own advice, bro? That's what I want to know. Take your own advice. Take your own advice, bro. If I want to throw a pity party, I'll throw a fucking pity party. As Robin Thicke said, it's my birthday and I'll cry if I fucking want to. It's that simple. It's my life. I got to do what the fuck I want to in my life. That's how this whole thing works. But we have a whole lot of people saying, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's like, fuck off, worry about your own fucking life, my G. Okay, sweet, bro. If you're not cool down in the fucking pity party, bro, cheers, dude. If you want to stay, stay. But dude, you gotta watch your fucking mouth. If you want me to watch my mouth, watch your fucking mouth. You can stay, I don't fucking mind, but I'm telling you, bro, you got fucking choice, my G. You got a choice to tell me this, I got a choice to tell you that. If you don't like what it is I'm saying, you have a choice to leave or you have a choice to stay. You know what I mean? But I'm not busy telling you here how to live your life. I hate nothing more. I fucking hate people trying to tell me how to live my life. And that's never gonna fucking change. No, it won't. I've had so much advice from people. People don't know what the fuck they're speaking about. Please. They don't fucking know. I'll be right every single time. You know how many times I've been right and people have been wrong? I've been right so many times that I don't need to listen to other people. Like, that's the thing. Because at the end of the day, the motherfucker that's dealing with all the decision-making processes in my life is me. Not you, not anyone else. It's me. My life, my body, my well-being, my security, all of this shit. Bro, you know, it's so easy to tell people, yo, do this, bro, do this. It's like, nah, dude. You come into my mind and you make me fucking do this. Oh, you can't. Okay, well, then you're not me. Right? So then you worry about your own fucking shit. You worry about your own faith. And, you know, we come here and we speak and we express shit. But try and learn how to express shit by basically, you know, like, this is the thing. We constantly want to get into fucking arguments with each other by analyzing where it is we see a fault and then basically calling out the fault. You should do this. And it's like, actually, that tells me more about what's going on in your head than what is going on in my head. What it is that you're telling me that you think I should do because of how it is that you are assumably perceiving me. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's wrong. It's like, are you going to go into a fucking elephant's head or a lion's head and tell the lion went to hunt or the lion went to look after its territory? No, you're not going to do that. Do you understand? That's nature, my friend. This is the problem. Humans, their ideologies, their beliefs, their perspectives, their subjugations, their opinions. And, you know, this false perception of omnipotence and so forth and so on. People playing God. Don't play God. If you know what, if you think that I need to do this and I need to do that and I'm wrong in that, leave it to God. Leave it to God. This is the problem. Everyone wants to play fucking God in somebody's life. Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, blah, 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 blah. You can't even hear yourself fucking think because all you're hearing is people fucking telling you what the fuck to do. I don't need to. If I was born into this world as Mowgli from the fucking Jungle Book and live with fucking animals, I'd be living in a completely fucking different world right now. Completely. So people want to say, you used to be Jesus. Well, it's fine. You can listen, brother. I did. I used to be this. I used to be that. But I had to be all of those things in order to realize I'm fucking Jesse. And I was living in the curse of trying to be something I'm not. I'm Jesse, bro. And I love that. I went through a whole process of ideology and thinking and different parallel realities and dimensions and experience and dying and shit that people would never even believe, which is why I'm not even going to bother speaking about it. But I'll give you a little fucking synopsis at the top level view. And I've been through my own shit to realize, fuck, dude, the worst thing in life you can do is fucking listen to other people telling you what the fuck you should do. Because that immediately puts you into a paradigm in your head where, oh, there's something wrong with me. For them to be saying that to me, that means that there's something wrong with me. So that actually automatically gets installed into someone's subconscious every time you point shit out in people instead of accepting them for who it is they are and living in the moment right then and there. You know? Like, that's what I say. It says more when someone points at you and fucking trying to tell you what the fuck you need to do. That tells you more about you than it tells you about them. They can't sit down and relax and just enjoy the moment without having to interject. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's just basic human behavior. But we need to evolve beyond that. And like, the thing is that we use morality at the end of the day to decide whether or not it is that we think someone is a fucking demonic crackhead or not. And it's really quite fucking simple. Do they kill fucking innocent people and do fucked up evil shit? Oh, no, they don't. Okay, then they're fine in my book. Then there's hope for them. It's so simple. That is how I analyze people. You guys get caught into this fucking, all this shit of analyzing people, analyzing this, analyzing that. The only thing I analyze within someone is, okay, that's another thing. Well, are they evil and greedy and fucking full of shit or not? It's that simple. Or are they actually like fucking just pure beings that are chill and that you can actually chill and hang around? Could you imagine if I was at a party and I need to sit around at a party and then I need to listen to people basically tell me what it is I need to fucking do? And immediately, every single time that someone does that in your subconscious, parapsychological mind, it's basically a signal going off saying, oh, there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with you. And this is a problem. The world is fucking living in this thing where people are not perfect, you're not perfect, but you're going around telling people how to be perfect. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying this respectfully. I'm giving you a high psychological fucking view on this. Huge. So I use a gauge. Are they fucking evil? Are they the reason people are getting fucked over or not? Yes or no? Simple. That's my judgment. My judgment's fucking simple. Do they need to go? Do they need to stay? That's it. I make medicine. I want to share good with you. That sounds great. I used to have seizures and cures with cannabis. Well, that sounds great. What's the medicine called? Out of curiosity. And thank you for sitting around and actually allowing me to talk with me. Because I'm not here to tell people to, like, if I disagree with you, like, yo, fuck off. I'm here to say, like, listen, these are my boundaries. I don't need to speak about that. I don't need to speak about this. Let's speak about some other shit. You know? Let's speak about good shit. Like, I'm not going to come to you and your business and your operation and then tell you, oh, yeah, no, you're doing this wrong, blah, 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 blah. Unless I thought it, well, that's a different story. But the thing is, I'm not going to come to you and be like, look at every aspect of your life and be hypercritical on any aspect of you and then be like, oh, yeah, no, you need to do this. You're imperfect and impure. We're all fucking animals at the end of the day. I look at humans like I look at animals, like I look at sheep. There's nothing wrong with being a fucking sheep. In a way, we're all a sheep and we're all a fucking lion. But I look at people as animals. There's animal number one, animal number two. So, you know, I don't want to get caught up in the jungle fucking discussing philosophy with a couple of fucking hyenas, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm a fucking hyena. I need to eat. I need to ensure my survival. I need to protect my family and my young ones, you know? I look at people like animals. But unfortunately, smart, dumb animals who take it over the top because we have minds. But these minds are detrimental to ourselves. Like if think about it, if you're telling someone they need to do this, so they need to do that, you're not only installing it into my subconscious, you're actually installing it into your own subconscious as well. Like if you're saying, oh, yo, you need to change this and change that, you're installing it into both of our subconscious minds. That I'm imperfect and that I'm fucking in trouble and that I need to do something because I'm gonna get in trouble and I need to be in fear and blah blah. You see what I mean? People are the cause of their own fucking fear. And they go around and they basically speak shit and they install fear, they reaffirm fear into their own fucking brain and consciousness, and then they reaffirm it to everyone else based on their identity of how it is that they perceive reality to be based on the fear-based ideological compositions formed within their mind. Oh, they're going to come, bro. I did say that. They're going to come. But they're going to be a lot more magnificent than I initially perceived, you know? But they're going to come. So what I'm saying is, here's a piece of advice. Try not to pinpoint anything in anyone. Unless, like, you look at them and you're like, yo, this motherfucker's evil. You know, because at the end of the day, you're a hyena. You need to be like an animal. You need to know how to move nimble. Now you want to be a fucking lion, but you can't even move or get out of fucking bed because of all this fucking psychological bullshit that's going on inside of your head, judging whether you deserve to live or whether you deserve to die. And fucking hyena can't even get on the move. Lion can't even move anymore. Constantly debating bullshit in their own fucking mind, paralyzing them with their own parapsychological programming, ultimately. So you need to learn how to move like an animal. And an animal needs to be able to see what's good and what's bad. That's simple. So if you see an evil motherfucker, you know that's bad. I'm out. Or you take them out or whatever the fucking case is. If they're good, okay, we protect. We look after. It's so simple, guys. Humans have it all wrong. Because they think they're fucking so smart and intelligent. They're fucking religions and they're this and they're that. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's beautiful divinity within Christianity. Trust me, I know. And there's divinity in all things, but we overcomplicate the fucking divinity of it all, and then therefore we don't experience the divinity of it all. because we're so caught up in all the stupid little fucking aspectual details that prevent the animal from being one with nature, one with your environment. Do I believe in God? Yes, I believe in God. The reality is proof that God exists, number one. Okay? But as I say, for me, guys, humans are like fucking animals. That's it. And they're smart fucking animals, supposedly smart. They think they're smart. They can create, some fucking buildings and this and that, but they're not really fucking smart, actually. They're not. This is even the richest, smartest humans, who are supposedly smart. They're not smart at all. I can guarantee you that right now. That's why they call it intelligence. It's all a fucking lie. To a degree, of course. But once you start cross-correlating all of those data points in an extremely recursive, divine manner, well, then you see the divinity. That takes a lot of processing capability through one's own feeling, but that only God could do, actually. Only God could be all-knowing, So humans need to humble themselves, like, you're not all-knowing, okay? God is. So we're on the same page, Concerned American. We're on the same page. We are on the same page, but we need to iron out those details of saying, like, listen, bro, you believe in the same you believe in similar. Is Concerned American a bad guy? No, he's not a bad guy. Does he go out and kill innocent people? No, he doesn't. Cool. Then he's cool with me. I don't have a fucking problem with him. He's not a fucking scumbag and doesn't go fucking act like a total fucking dickhead to people. I'm totally cool with Concerned American, right? But it's like, okay, well, I need to iron out some details. Like, listen, bro, I hear you. Just send me love if you want to help, or interesting new find, or like you just said now, reminding me about the Earth centers. Just normal fucking conversation. Or is your story? Your story is important. I love hearing people's fucking story. And but we're too busy fucking analyzing people and fucking giving them advice. Everyone's talking, no one's listening. This is the problem. Like, you need to listen to people's stories. Because that's how you get to know someone, through their fucking story. This is the problem. People meet people and they speak about a whole lot of shit, but you don't even know the fucking person you're talking to unless you get to hear their story, And everyone's story is fucking important. But if we're too busy fucking using our lives in order to calculate what should change in their lives, it's like, nah, dude. No, now you're just ruining it. Ruining the vibe, bruh. You know what I mean? You know a part of my story. You don't know my story entirely. That's the thing. But you know more than most people do. That's for sure. But there's still a lot of secret shit in my story that I have to keep secret for reasons that will be revealed at a later stage. And that in itself will also be part of the story, which is divine, I'd say. Like, I would say, Concerned American, I don't know your fucking story. What is your story, actually? I'd like to know. I know my story. I don't want to hear my fucking story. I want to hear other people's fucking stories. I focus on creating my story. I don't need to speak about my story. I don't need to broadcast it. I know my story. But I want to, no. I haven't spoken to him in a while. I went off the grid. I had to. As I said, bro, some really hectic shit happened, dude. You make videos on medicine. That's awesome. I hope your channel's doing well. I'm sure it should be. Cool. Send me a link so I can see it. But besides what you do and what you have, what is your fucking story? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? People say, "Oh, how are you? Oh, good, thanks. Yeah, good. Oh, yeah." You meet someone for the first. Oh, what do you do? I don't want to know what you do. I want to know. Maybe I want to know what you do, but I want to know what's your fucking story? Where did you come from? How did you get to where you are now? You know, to the part you on. Everyone's on a journey that keeps growing, keeps evolving. I want to know, where did you come from? How did you get to this point now? Okay, I'm a healer in the truth. That's great, but you're still telling me what you are. I don't want to know what you are. The best way for me to know what you are is to know where you've come from and what you've been through, and why it is that you are the way it is that you are, and why it is that you became a healer or a supposed truth. That's what I want to know. I don't like these are just titles. I want to know, why is it that you have this purpose in you and you've chosen this purpose? Where did you come from that has led you to this point? What's happened in your, like, if you had to sum up and give a synopsis on yourself? You know, I grew up here in this area. I had these parents with certain this, or I didn't have parents, whatever, and I grew up in this certain disposition, and at this point in my life, that happened, and then I realized this, and at that point, that happened, and I realized that, and etc. and etc. etc. Like, how did you get to where it is that you are now, based on your mind, what it is you were thinking, and how your belief changed of what life is, who you are, what you think this are. Are you happy? Are you sad? You know, that's what I want to know. And sometimes we share those stories with others, but that's what we humans do. And they're supposed to do, make memories. Memories are fantastic. Hey, knowledge? Memories.
Memories, yeah. Those are the right things to remember.
You must keep your memories.
Exactly.
And you must make new ones.
New ones, yes.
But you need to keep all those other memories in the past.
In the past, yeah.
Because let's say you came from, your parents passed away,
Yeah.
you grew up with whatever you had,
Yes.
you experienced good, bad, huh?
Yeah.
But in there you've got memories.
Memories,
Good times.
Good times.
And some bad
Good
times.
times, yeah.
But they both made you who you are.
Yes.
So those memories, you see, you want all the bad memories. You must keep them.
Must keep them, yeah.
Because when you create new memories,
Yes.
you mustn't forget your past.
Yeah.
Because now let's say you're traveling and your life's like a dream. You don't want to forget that time you were struggling.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah. While I was struggling, those are the bad memories.
They're good. They're good memories.
They're good.
Because you don't want to let go of them to know one day what you went through to get to that dream reality.
Yeah.
You understand? You don't want to forget what you went through.
Yes. So that's gonna be easy to focus on the future.
No, well, when you have the future,
Yeah.
you will appreciate it so much more. If I made your life a dream,
Yes.
and every day, hey, bro, you're living good, man.
Yeah.
New things,
Yeah.
new people, love, like a dream, bro.
Yeah.
You don't want to forget the time you were struggling.
Exactly. I want.
Because it's not like all of a sudden,
Oh yeah.
you see?
Yeah. No, okay, right.
Then you won't appreciate it as much.
That's it.
You see?
Yeah.
If you have everything all the time, if you don't value it, you'll get bored of it. You understand?
Yeah.
So you must remember your story.
Yeah.
Here we go. So my dream life has guided my whole life. I don't want to share too much. It's complicated to text. I've lived through many moments in life that tested my faith and always held my father very tight. I am very protective of the love of the Father. He is my Father. I take it seriously. Well, I can't argue with that, bro. I take it seriously as well. But as I say, I'm on my own journey. We're all on our own journey. And that's what makes us amazing. And our stories are amazing. One day, I want to do what I'm going to do. Everyone is going to make their own book. They're going to make their own book. Every human on this earth. That's left, of course. But they're going to make their own book. Because that's what makes reality amazing and gives it purpose and meaning. The fact that there are so many stories within the one story of God. And those stories give reality to humans, to people, to our life, to our adversity, our struggles, and our hope that we're required to overcome that adversity. But it's all tied into our story. And every aspect of our story is important. Every aspect. Because those are your memories. The reason people get Alzheimer's is because they stop remembering their past. And if you forget your past, you forget your identity. And our identity is our existence. So we must all hold on to our identity, our uniqueness, our unique story, our unique face, appearance, everything that's unique about us. That it's important we all hold on to that. And then get rid of the stories we don't want, like all the scumbags and all that shit. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. Well, I agree. So you see, Concerned American, we are absolutely on the same page. Maybe a little bit of a bumpy ride, getting to a point of boundaries and reasoning of what it is I'm comfortable with, what it is you're comfortable with. But that's okay, It's called tolerance, it's called compassion, it's called patience. Those are virtues. And those virtues are important, So we can get through the gripes in order to get through the rights, you know what I mean? It's that simple. So I allow you to be free, you allow me to be free. You never want to take someone's feeling of freeness away from them. You don't want to do that. Because if you take someone's freeness away from them, you're taking their uniqueness away from them. You're taking their identity away from them. Your identity is what makes you unique. But if you start conforming to the identity of everyone else, and those identities are distorted and not representative of the actual truth, then you end up living in an illusion. Ultimately, your identity becomes muddled and distorted, and we even start rejecting our own past, and therefore we start rejecting our own identity. And you don't want to do that. It's not good. So Hollywood and all this shit, they basically get us to reject our identity and our uniqueness to make us more controllable. So you don't want to be giving motherfuckers advice. Like, focus on your own shit, you know what I mean? Unless it's like fucking children, but that's also fucking dangerous because children's minds are so fucking impressionable. Like, you want them growing up in good situations and circumstances so that they can all have their own unique fucking story without it being interrupted by this bullshit fucking beast of sickening information and the ambassadors of that information at hand. they're just going to get removed. They cannot actually keep up with evolution at all. And their concept of evolution in itself was entirely reductionistic and stuck within particles and subatomic fucking compositions and so forth and so on. So trust me when I say I've seen trillions of years. Never mind, I'm not going to say that. There's no need. I say let motherfuckers be free. It's so simple. I'm not here to complicate this shit. I ain't here to complicate this shit. Bible is right. Don't see a single righteous fucking man, woman. Although there are righteous people out there, but at a certain point there wasn't. There's a lot of self-righteous people. That's what also, when people start subjugating their righteousness based on what it is that they believe in accordance to God's will, then that's when people start augmenting shit to suit their own narrative. Right, I've calculated every single variable at hand. Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, we got some mangoes coming in now. I think your kids are really going to appreciate that a whole lot. Because a delicious mango is fantastic. They were not told no asking progress unless it's unsafe, Yeah, it's good to be a parent and to teach the child what's right and wrong. But I don't think we should be, philosophically mind-fucking these children, is what I'm saying. At all. Like, you steal a child's innocence when you start complicating shit for them. You don't want to do that. You want to let the child be free in a safe environment with good guidelines. Yeah, South Africa, especially the coast along the Indian Ocean is particularly KwaZulu-Natal. Very good for growing mangoes. Very good. So you want the child to be free, ultimately, in a safe environment, and then give them some sort of guideline that makes sense. But I think children are so pure. I think it's adults that corrupt the children, to be honest with you. Because we grow up and then we have all these imposed beliefs and opinions and ideas, and then we want to subjugate it onto our children, and then we're trying to make our child's story our story, which in a way it is, but it's going to feel so constrained if it's a parent trying to dictate their child's life, because then that parent is actually closing themselves in on the possibilities that can occur by basically just choosing a possibility for their children. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be free to expect ultimately miracles from your children. And this world we've lived in is so full of fear, understandably, that it's just this fear-based prison matrix mentality of, the boogeyman or the government's going to come fucking get you and you need to do X, Y, and Z. And then you grow up your whole life thinking about that and staying in that little fucking box. And humanity will never flourish if we keep actually placing children and people into those boxes. 9 out of 10 times when someone is telling you no, it's because they can't do it themselves and don't want to see you succeed in doing something. I was agreeing with you. We can not corrupt. Chill. Oh, I'm chill. Don't worry. Fear is opposite of faith. Those we learn and got to stay in faith. I agree. I'm in faith every single day, which is why I'm telling you that I don't worry about what people tell me, because I don't need another box imposed upon me by someone else's subjugated beliefs. It's like not allowing me to be me and me to do me. Do you know what I mean? It feels like an imposition. Is what it is exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's like people are imposing their beliefs and what it is you should do. I'm not your robot. You can't just like say, yo, do this, you're going to do that. You know, if we were each other's robots, then shit would be so shit, which it has been, because people are just constantly programming fucking bullshit of this idea that you own me, or I own you, or fucking we own our children, and so forth and so on. It's this idea of ownership. You own nothing. The only thing you own is your own body, your own mind. You know what I mean? So you need to focus on that. And this is the issue and the problem. People are so occupied with other people's minds and trying to correct their mind that they're out of their mind. And that's where the actual term comes from. That's this channel. Yeah, I'm 100% faith. That's what I'm saying. Like, if I fucking am an asshole or a good guy, I have faith. I know unconditional love. It's in my heart. I feel it every single fucking day. But at the same time, I unconditionally love myself to accept every aspect of myself. And there's aspects of myself that people are going to look at and they're going to be like, no, what the fuck does this guy think? You know, and it's like, cool, yeah, people have been doing that my whole life. I'm saying do it, but keep your mouth closed. I don't need to hear it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to listen to people impose what it is they think I need to do. Although a loving message is a completely different story, but like, we're all energies here. Like, the tonality of the language in which it is we use is what it expresses the energy in which it is we're broadcasting, which is either coming from fear or faith. For whatever reason, and you know, and things aren't so binary. Like, things, it's a full spectrum, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's not so cut and dry, people. And this is why you need to let people do their own fucking thing and figure out their own shit and hit their own fucking head and find out what the fuck is going on themselves. It's so much, that's a way better life I want to live in. I think back to when I was being a kid. I didn't tell motherfuckers what to think or this or that, you know? I just fucking lived life and it was fucking amazing. I was told what to think, which made it less amazing, but back then my life was fucking amazing because I just didn't like to listen to what people fucking thought at all. Especially when I was younger. I mean, that wasn't even a thing. It wasn't even in my mind. It was just fucking, I'm alive, I'm here, I'm in each moment, boom. You know, and then you grow older and then all of a sudden we get all these opinions and these subjugations of people's will upon you. It's like, yo, I will myself to be how I will. My will is not to conform to anybody else's will. That's my will. And that's what makes me sovereign. You understand? That's what true sovereignty means. For me to be my own fully autonomous being, psychologically, physiologically, so forth and so on. Like, but we impose on people sovereignty by thinking that we have the right to tell them, oh no, you're not doing this right, you're doing that, so blah, blah, blah. And I know it comes from a place of love, but people do this all the time and they don't realize it. It's like they're coming from a loving place, but they don't realize what they're doing, actually. And for someone who's like autistic like me, I have been autistic my life, I just didn't fucking know it. It's intense because I feel energy intensely and I don't like it. And I've lived 30 years of life in order to know what I like and what I don't like. I don't like that. And I'm so tired of conforming to different settings and environments and discussions and narratives and discourse where I feel like I have to be who it is people expect me to be. Like, if I want to be fucking crazy, I want to be fucking crazy. I don't want somebody to tell me, oh no, you can't be fucking crazy, or you're being too fucking crazy. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I know I'm being fucking crazy. I enjoy being fucking crazy. Or I'm being calm and extremely civil and so forth and so on. It's a full spectrum. And I don't need people trying to like come in like a fucking radio DJ, trying to like turn my dials. Don't turn my fucking dials. Don't push my buttons. Don't turn my dials. Don't do that shit. I'm not a fucking toy. This is the issue. People look at other people like toys. Oh yeah, this toy needs to do this and that toy needs to do that. And let me just say this to the toy to get it to do what I want it to do. It's bullshit, man. I want to be free. I'm not nobody's fucking toy. You know what I mean? That's why I'll never get married. I mean, the idea of it's nice and all, but I'd never get fucking married.
I'll never get married. Because imagine my wife telling me shit like this. And then I don't, and I'm being respectful, you know. I'm just, you got to hear me out. I'm just speaking my mind. Okay. And this is the thing. I want to be able to speak my mind and not worry about how someone's going to feel or what someone's going to think. Like at the end of the day, I stay in my lane. I'm not here telling people like stupid, ridiculous shit saying, you know, you're fat, you're ugly, and just hurtful shit. You know? I'm just expressing how I feel. That's the whole thing. And I feel like I want to be whoever I want to be. Based on my own decisions, my own advice. I appreciate the learning throughout time. I've learned many things from people telling me stuff. Like if you told me this 3 years ago, I'd be like, wow, amazing. But, and I do appreciate it because it comes from love. This isn't directly to you, but I'm just expressing to myself in general, life. Like why it is I have this feeling. So I'm like telling you my story of why it is I feel like this. Why is it that I'm reacting and responding and behaving this way right now? Because it's a fucking trigger for me. It's a trigger for me. I hate being told what the fuck to do. The government wants to tell me what to do. My mother, I love my mother to bits, but I'm a fucking man now. You know what I mean? She can't tell me what the fuck to do. Nobody can tell me what the fuck to do. I don't like being told what the fuck to do at all. You don't tell me what the fuck to do. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want in each and every single given moment in time. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. I was born free. I was born free. I'm going to remain free. Like a fucking bird or a fucking lion. You're going to go tell the lion where it must go, where it must roam? Although humans try to do that and look at the situation. We've completely fucked it up, destroyed the earth. Animals have no place to even be. We constrain them to such small areas that they have to cull those animals. It's bullshit. Because everyone wants to control. And that's the evil energy here, control. Everyone wants to control somebody else. I want to control my life, what I do in my life, based on my decisions, my choices, my actions. And I want to positively affect the lives of others, but I don't want to do it in a way that doesn't allow them to be free. I want to do it in a way, whoever I end up helping, whatever I bring about, people must feel free. Because I know what it feels like to not be free. I know. And I'm done. So I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to bring about what I want. It's being based on my choices, my actions, my decision. I'm left in my head speaking to myself every single day. That's who I'm speaking to at the end of the day. And I'm trusting myself completely because it's a simple equation. I know what I like, I know what I don't like. I don't like the feeling of constriction and constraint. Someone pushing upon their thumb upon me. I don't like it. I know the birds don't like it. I know the animals don't like it. It's a simple fucking equation. We want to be free. I want to be free. But if you want to be free, you need to respect my freeness. But of course, nobody's freeness should come at the expense of others and taking away their freeness, because that's a fucking big no. And that's not you, that's fucking governments and so forth and so on, all this bullshit. Which just continually enforces this idea that we need to tell people what the fuck to do. People want to be free. Oh, I'm free. It's like, no, you're not free. You're living in a fucking box, prison of your own fucking mind. Give me 1 second. First thing they would teach in the military is when you're working wrong, you need to be corrected. Yo, the thing is that I don't need to be wrong. I judge whether I'm wrong or right. Nobody corrects me. People have tried to correct me, they can't correct me. I cannot be corrected. I determine my fate. That's what people must know. You see, that's the other thing. You're in the military. That means you took orders from people who had a certain ideological composition and outlook. They determined what the rules were. They determined what was right, what was wrong, what was constructive criticism, what was appropriate, which is inappropriate. It's all a construct at the end of the day. But I hear the efficiency. If it helps you be efficient, that's great. But what I'm trying to explain to you is like critiquing my personal integrity and personality is not helping efficiency. It's actually draining time and energy. That's what I'm trying to explain. Like you have a fully electric being, and like you want to come and say, now we want the electricity to run, the efficiency, as you said, right? The efficiency can only run when the being feels free. There you go. Big surprise. So you need to feel free. If you want to perform at your optimum proficiency, you need to be free. If you really want to talk about efficiency, I can teach you about hyper efficiency. I have more efficiency than anyone in your constructive criticism. Even constructive criticism is what I'm explaining to you. Any sense of constructive criticism exists within an ideological construct, whether that be the military, the police, the churches, the this, or that, or that, or that. So it's all actually subjective at the end of the day. And what I'm doing and what I'm explaining to you is I'm not here to listen to people's subjectivity. I'm not here to do that. Because it's all subjectivity at the end of the day. All of it. Efficiency. What is efficiency? Because people's concept of efficiency only exists within the realm and domain of where it is that human consciousness currently rests at now. Meaning that you don't know what you don't know. So I'm explaining now. What I do know is that in order to actually get complete and total efficiency within the complete purity of the word, you need to be free. Simple. You want to get superhuman capability, and so forth and so on. You want to be free. Easier said than done. Trust me. I know. But you want to be free. You want to experience your full potential. You need to be free. You need to feel free. But how can you feel free when constructive criticism? Constructively criticize yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you are in charge of your life, not others. Like if you're worrying about, that's a whole other story. Only God can worry about all the lives of everyone. But if we're worrying about other people's lives and our own life and giving them constructive criticism, I mean, yeah, that's handy. Like if it's technically speaking, and I agree with you. But if there's constructive criticism being given, it needs to come across in a loving way. Like, oh, hey, you should try this. Not like, oh, I think this, I'm pointing a finger at you. That's not constructive criticism. That's constrictive criticism. Even the word criticism in itself, you know what I mean? Like even that whole constructive criticism in itself, it is a concept, it is an energetic structure, right? That comes with its own energy, ideologically speaking and emotionally speaking, based on the emotional responses that a word like that will respond within people. And nobody likes the sound of constructive criticism. Therefore, we immediately see the energy surrounded and associated towards that construct in relation towards our emotional state. It's a construct, just like everything else. And as a construct, I don't like. I would rather say, fuck constructive criticism. How about like just a friendly guidance or a friendly reminder? We need to learn to deliver communication without pointing a finger. That's another thing humans don't know how to do. They know how to open their fucking mouths, but they don't know how to deliver it in a soft, loving fucking way. Like chill, like freeness, like be chill, smoke a fucking joint. Let's go back. Oh no, you got to do this. If you don't do that, this is what's going to happen to you. It's like, no, bro. Like your delivery is off. It's off. You know what I mean? You try to deliver a message to me. That message needs to come like fucking milk and honey. if you want me to listen. Otherwise, I'm not going to listen. Why should anyone have to listen to anything that they don't want to listen to? My new rule: if it's not fun and freeing, I'm not doing it. That's my rule. You see, I don't get that from anyone else. I got that from myself. All this knowledge I'm expressing with you, I don't get it from anyone else. I got it from myself. My own observation, my own omnidirectional thinking, pattern recognition, critical thinking, I suppose, to some degree. I derive information from my own mind. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So I've figured out how to do that. Since I've figured out how to do that, I don't need to listen to anybody's advice, respectfully. I'm not saying everyone's like that, because Lord knows they're not. But trust me, I needed to actually break every single box in order to fucking turn my brain into a fucking supercomputer. Well, it's not really a computer, but I'm just using an analogy. It's consciousness. But I use okay, hit me up. I've been doing this since before you were born. Yeah, you've been doing this before I was born, but I've figured out shit that's light years ahead of everyone. So you can say what you're going to say, but it doesn't matter. And why does it need to get into a competitive stance? That's what I want to know as well. Humans are also so fucking highly competitive. It's ridiculous. It's because their identity rests on this idea that they need to be better than someone else in order to have any sense of self-worth. That's why. You know? Oh, I've been doing this before you were born. It's like, you know how many times I've heard that? But that's just coming from people who have their own insecurities within their own consciousness. Having to reaffirm why it is. Like, you want to know why you're valuable? You're valuable because you exist. You don't need a reason to be valuable, to feel valuable. We may not be agreeing on a certain concept or topic right now, but you don't need a reason in order to feel valuable, other than the fact that you exist alone. So what's actually happening is the insecurity is being brought up in your own mind of having to reaffirm worth within your own sense of identity, ultimately. Like, I'm here expressing myself, talking about my shit. You know, and then people come in and be like, well, you know what, I felt this certain way, and because of that, and it's like, I'm not playing that game. Sorry. Oh, you may have been, baby girl, you may have been here before I was born, but my girl, 30 years, I got a perfect score. Perfect score. And I'm on that new wave that people don't even know exists. Oh, and I know I sound like a little child sometimes, but hey, it is what it is. Everyone's beautiful, everyone's amazing. People don't need to affirm to each other why it is that they think they're more amazing or better than other people and so forth and so on. I'm just telling you about my life and my own mission, you know what I mean? And what it is that I'm going to do. That's all I'm saying. I'm expressing my story, my perspective, my observational analysis, my situational awareness. And I can guarantee you right now that I am, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, I shouldn't say it. I don't have to say it. Let me ask, knowledge, who's the smartest man on earth?
Just
There you go. No, knowledge is clever.
I know.
Huh?
I know.
And that's why his name's Knowledge, because I've been teaching him. Considering it says me. Hey, Knowledge?
Question?
I showed you the magic, huh?
You showed me the magic. Yeah, it's actually everything more.
There you go. And how's the magic working for you?
They're working. Magic.
How's what I've been teaching working for you?
They're working good. Lately. All the things that you taught me.
Everything.
Everything that you taught me. Yeah.
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 And who controls the lightning?
It's you. It's you. Hey, don't remind me that, right? Let's start. Hey.
Don't worry, no lightning. The other one was too loud, huh? It's a joke, inside jokes. Yes, consider American. You are the smartest of all. I'm just a lowly little life form. I'm just a reporter. And I'm reporting on what it is I see and feel. That doesn't make me smart. I'm not smart at all. I am. I'm just a lowly, simple man. I am Job from the Bible. I'm just a farm boy. I'm a young farm boy. I'm just a little youngin. Yeah. You know, that the sun and the moon revolves around me and you. No, the sun it revolves around God. How can you say that? How could you say that? The sun and the moon does not revolve around me or you. It revolves around God. Yeah. Well, we will farm eventually. But you can't say that, guys. You can't say that concerning American. The sun and the moon does not revolve around either you or me. It revolves around it revolves around God. It revolves around God. And can I get an amen? One amen. It revolves around God. And that's the best knowledge I'm ever gonna give you. That's the smartest knowledge you can ever have. One amen. Yeah. I got a church of 2 people, 3 people. And I'm teaching y'all to be free. I'm joking. Okay, so anyway, that's the end of the stream. See you guys soon. Keep all concerned America. Nice chatting to you. Hopefully you're around soon again. Have a great day. And God bless and Godspeed.